book, and it's called a book on "You Are the Placebo." It's by a well-known author, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he talks about this idea of if you want to change who you are, you have to become a different person. And I think it's an interesting time right now for that because this is the time of year, May, summertime, when people start to fall off their New Year's resolutions. Most New Year's resolutions you've probably heard last for something about 9 weeks, or by like 8 weeks, 80% of people have already given up on their New Year's resolutions. And it's interesting because people at this point either have built habits that are going to help them achieve what they wanted to achieve with their New Year's resolutions, or they're going to completely just give up or quit, or maybe they'll try again next year. And the books written by Joe Dispenza are very interesting because they talk a lot about change. And there's this subject of how do we become a different person? How do you change who you are? And the quote that he says is something like, in order to change who you are, you have to become a different person. Now, that sounds like such a simple idea, but it is just so powerful in so many ways. Like, it's just such an obvious statement that if you just want to change, if you want to be a different person, I'm not saying everyone needs to be change who they are. I'm not saying that if you're happy with yourself, you just change, but if there's something in your life that doesn't feel right, or if you're losing motivation towards working towards your goals, or if there's just something that you want to improve about yourself or in your life, there's this topic of how do you do that? And Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, has a great answer for that. It's to change who you are, become a different person. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to suddenly go from driving a whoopty to or a lemon to trying to spend $50 million on a house, right? You don't have those resources, or trying to go from this super player nightclub guy to someone who's more down to earth and more modest and everything. For whatever reason people want to change. Maybe you're looking to settle down or whatever. But if you want to change, you have to become a different person. So here are 10 ideas, and these are just ideas for myself that I hope you can potentially brainstorm off of, to change who you are. These are easy habits. The way to change yourself is to really just start to build simple habits, because we all go through our days without even questioning what we're doing. And these things that we do each and every day ultimately speak to what we are or who we are. And there's really nothing we can do that ultimately changes who we are unless we become a different person. So what does it mean to be a different person? Having different habits, living a different lifestyle. Again, you don't have to change who you are if you don't want to, but if there are changes that you want to make, these are some ideas to consider and brainstorm off of. Building different habits, just trying something new, getting your brain to work differently, getting your brain to work the way that you want it to. There's a lot of things that we believe that create self-doubt in us, or they help other people become massively more successful or live a happier, more fulfilled life. So with that said, what are some ideas for you to change who you are and become a different person? Here's some easy habits that are like low risk, that don't create a lot of pain or discomfort or anything. These are some pretty easy things to do that no one would ever guess that you're trying to do. Wake up at a different time than usual. So, if you wake up at 6 a.m., be a 4 a.m. waker upper. Or if you wake up at 6 a.m., try waking up at 10 a.m. And, some of you might be thinking, oh, well, that's making me, if you're super type A, you might be like, oh, there's no way I'm going to be waking up at 10 a.m. That's way too late. Or if you're super, just a chill person, you're going to be like, I can't see myself being the type of person that wakes up at 6 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever. But if you want to change who you are, if things aren't going the way you want it to, uh, try waking up at a different time. It's just an idea. So another idea, and this is 10 ideas that we're going through. Hope these help you to brainstorm. 2, pretend to be someone you admire. So this could be a rap star, a rock star, a social media influencer, an athlete, whoever that is. Watch some of their videos, read some of their books, and pretend to be them for a day or just an hour or a half hour. This is akin to faking it till you make it, but it's interesting to think about how someone who is doing what you want to do, who is achieving what you'd like to achieve, to think about how they go about their days and what their habits are like. And some people actually post their habits online. Some people who document their lives or share their daily habits, their daily routines. Those might be some things to model after. If you want to change who you are, you must become a different person. So powerful. 3, go a different route to work or school. So drive a different route, ride a bike on a different route. Hey, how's it going? We're doing 10 ideas to help you become a different person. So there's these simple habits that you can change on a day-to-day basis to literally change your life, to become a different person, build new routines and things. And this is just ideas to brainstorm off of. So go a different route to school or work or wherever that is. And number 4, talk to someone you might not normally talk to. So we can all go through our daily day-to-day lives without talking to a single person auditorially, right? We can just text, we can get everything done through email. This is especially valuable today because who we talk to on a normal basis ultimately affects who we are. And if we can change who we talk to, maybe it's someone that is that might intimidate us. Maybe it's that girl or that boss that you want to have a conversation with, or maybe it's someone that you just might not normally talk to, like someone on a train or someone on a bus or just someone at the airport. But don't just talk to the person that's sitting next to you. Maybe you go up and talk to the cashier for a few minutes or something like that. Number 5, move stuff around your house. There's something so powerful about the things inside your home, your environment. If there's anything you could change to feel completely different, to feel like a totally different person, it would literally be to change your entire environment. Imagine moving from a small town into a huge city, or a huge city into a small town, or moving from a super cluttered home that feels like you're just collecting items into a very minimalist, Zen-like Japanese minimalist environment. That would feel so different, and it can have a huge impact on how you go about your day-to-day. Number 6, here's something simple, but I think this is a way to really examine how your habits get built and how your comfort zone rests, even on something so simple, which ultimately, for huge habits, how this could affect them. Try a new body wash, or sample or complete. Anyway, try a new body wash or something like that, some toothpaste. Try a new body wash or toothpaste. So in terms of taking a shower or anything like that, I mean, some people feel so uncomfortable just changing their body wash, changing their toothpaste. They have to pay more. I mean, these are like low risk items that you can start to build new habits. And I'm not saying this is going to have a huge impact on your life, but it's these little day-to-day things that you can improve on, that you can apply that can have a huge impact on who you want to be. I mean, just imagine someone that uses a organic whatever holistic toothpaste versus someone who's just using the straight off the shelf whatever with toxic chemicals. I mean, it could change who you are. And then we have 7, sit in a different chair than you might normally do. So this is changing your environment, changing your um, changing how you habitually sit. Maybe you have a family dinner and you always sit in the same locations, or maybe you're at school and there's no assigned seatings, but everyone sits in exact same locations because you're in comfort or you don't want to offend somebody. Change where you normally sit. If you usually like to sit in the back, sit in the front. If you usually like to sit in the front, sit in the back. Um, and see how that affects you. Number 8, buy new underwear. If you've ever gotten a new pair of underwear, something fresh and something that feels great, you probably know this feeling. But don't just buy new underwear that just to get new underwear. I mean, try a new pair of underwear, maybe something more expensive, maybe something less expensive. I don't know why anybody would want to try worse underwear, because good underwear feels great. But, feel better. Feel the cleanliness, the whatever, the elasticity of a new fresh pair of underwear. Try something different, wear something different. Here's number 9. This is going to get pretty controversial here. And again, these ideas are this idea specifically is not for everybody. This is just an idea that came up. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the greatest idea for everyone, but this is pushing it to a different level. But learn about a new religion. So you might be an atheist, or you might be a super whatever your religion is, whatever that is. I respect that, but at the same time, if you want to change who you are, if you want to be a different person, learn about a different religion. I'm not saying you have to become a new religion, but just, read about it. Read some of the ideas. And, this can be as connecting as it is contrasting to your normal life. So, learning about other people's religions can be very, very powerful. It's a topic that has huge implications on the world. So that can be very powerful. Just simply reading a book about these different religions, philosophies, ways of living, things like that. Number 10, here's something that might be hard and it might sound crazy, but changing your favorite color. So this would be harder because you'd have to change the idea of what your favorite is. But instead of just buying something that's your favorite color, whatever that is, green, purple, blue, rainbow, macaroni, yellow, whatever that is, change it up. Try a different color. I mean, this is something so easy, and we see people do this all the time. Like, somebody gets pink nails instead of blue nails, or they try green nails. There are people that paint their nails and change it all the time just so they could feel fresh and new and different. People that change their hair color, things like that. So this is just 10 ideas about some easy habits that can help you, change who you are, becoming a different person. This is all just simple stuff that you can consider, and hopefully that helps you brainstorm some other ideas for your own life. And with that, thank you so much for watching this live recording of coming up with 10 ideas per day, and also the 10 ideas to become a totally different person.